Hey guys, this is No Solution. I'm Scott, and this is kind of a continuation of my video about completism I made a few months ago, and also a response to Tommy at Tommy's Musical Adventures. He had made a video called "I Don't Have Time for That," and you should watch the video. I'll link it below. But basically, a couple of stories in there. One of them, he had suggested a certain record to his friend, and his friend said, "I don't have time to listen to that." And then he told a story about going record shopping with a friend, and the friend recommending something to him, and him not buying it almost because he was afraid he was going to like it, and then he was going to have to go down the rabbit hole and get everything because he is also a completist, which is something I understand as well. And then he also showed that on that same record trip, he bought a REM reissue of an album he knew he didn't like because it was REM and he likes REM and he felt like he had to have it. So I thought it was a cool way to get back into the completism discussion. So I made a couple of notes so I wouldn't totally lose what I was going to talk about. But for this, I'm going to use as an example Obituary. Now, I'm not shitting on Obituary at all. I love Obituary, but they're one of those bands that they do what they do. And I think almost everyone would agree that nothing they've done in the last 25 years has touched like their first 3 or 4 albums. So, but I keep buying them. I keep getting them. So yeah, you got Slowly We Rot, of course, classic, Cause of Death, The Incomplete, which really is good, but I could probably do without this one too. World Demise actually had a little bit of a different vibe going on with it. And then, we keep on going. We got the live album. Then we've got this anthology thing, which is totally worthless. The only thing it has on it is a weird remix and a cover of Venom's Buried Alive. But, see, I resisted buying it new, but I found it used. I had to have it. Because it said Obituary on it. You understand, right? That makes a lot of sense, right? So then they were on hiatus or broken up or whatever. Then they came back with Frozen in Time. I still do listen to this one occasionally, but that is kind of where it ends. Then we keep on rolling. Executioner's Return. This Left to Die EP. This one, I remember the name of it. Darkest Day. I never listened to this. Inked in Blood. I actually remember not really even liking this that much. Then we got a live thing, and then the self-titled, which I remember liking at the time, but it hasn't come back out to be played. And I also have the brand new one that isn't down here because all my 2013 stuff all my 2023 stuff I'm keeping separate so that I can easily go through it to do my year-end list. But I have it, and I listened to it a few times. I enjoyed it. It's going to go on the shelf, man, and it's not coming off probably. So it's a struggle that I don't know if I'm at an age where I can change, but I wish that I could weigh at what point am I wasting my time and money following a band if they have a few albums I really like and then I just keep going and I buy every new thing that comes out. It gets listened to a handful of times, shelved, forgotten about, until they come out with a new one and I buy that and then I shelve that one next to the one before that. I was like, oh yeah, I don't even remember what that sounds like. It's hard. I think coming from collecting comic books when I was a kid, it might be part of that I just feel like I need a run. It can't be, I like album 2 and 4 and 7 and all the rest I don't care about and I can get rid of. And I admire people who can do that. Like I know Joe at Joe's Metal Man Cave does that, and that's awesome. But if I can stop, like if I just said, okay, I'm done with this band. Say I got to album 7 and I stopped. If album 10 came out and all of a sudden was awesome and everybody's talking about how great it is, and I listen to it and it is awesome, I would buy that. Then I would have to get 8 and 9, even though they're nothing and nobody cares about them, because I got that gap. So yeah, I understand. I definitely understand where Tommy's coming from. I don't have the need to collect like various pressings or get every reissue. Reissues I used to, and I broke myself of that habit, luckily, because that, especially now, would get horribly expensive. So beyond just making you be like an OCD weirdo, like collecting this way, another thing that another effect of it, which is what Tommy's video was getting into, is the I don't have time for that thing. There are definitely bands or whole genres that I don't even try to listen to, because I'm afraid I would like them, and then I would be going down a whole nother rabbit hole, and I would have, just like Tommy said, he can't just buy one album and like that album. He has to get everything, and I am the same way. So Genesis and King Crimson were two of my big ones until recently, that I was just like, I don't have time for that. Not meaning literally I don't have time to listen to one album, but I don't have time to devote to this huge discography and history, and then I need to hear everything. But I did just recently pick up a ton of Genesis. Let's try again. Genesis albums and King Crimson albums. So I am getting into it. It took me a long time. It's kind of shameful, but I'm doing it. Jazz is another one that there's so many great artists that have just huge discographies and then alternate versions of things. And it's very intimidating to me, because I can't just say, oh, I like this John Coltrane album. I will listen to that. What's next? How many albums does he have? And how can I get them? And so that's part of the mental illness of completism too. Yeah, so I think I covered everything I wanted to cover. Tommy, I hope you enjoyed my take on your topic there. I guess in summary, I'm going to try to be better about, I don't need every album from every band. We'll see. We'll see if an old dog can learn new tricks. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. Hope this rambling made a bit of sense, and I will see you on the next one. Later.